Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about my painting process for this large-scale surreal landscape that I recently finished, and I also wanted to talk a little bit about why my approach to landscape painting and my thoughts about landscape painting have changed over the years. Let's get to it. The painting that I'm going to be doing today is a painting based on a picture of the river Avon in England, and this is a picture I got from Unsplash, which is a photo sharing website. And I saw the picture and I just thought that it looked very beautiful. The river kind of going through these flat plains, and it already kind of had a dreamy atmosphere to it. So you can see here I have my sketchbook right next to my palette, and I actually did a small sketch of this landscape in acrylic gouache, and I liked the sketch so much that I decided, oh, I really want to make this into a larger scale painting. I wanted to talk a little bit about why this picture resonated with me a lot and why I've become more attracted to landscape painting in the first place. So when I was younger, I actually really didn't like landscape painting. I thought that landscapes were boring. I thought that if there wasn't a person in the image, or at least an animal, like some sentient being, then what was the point? That I really had a hard time connecting with imagery that was just of landscapes, even though I know that landscapes are full of life. They're full of living beings, and the plants, the trees, the flowers, all of these things are have life to them. Even the rivers, the water has this just beautiful life. So but I still had this idea that, well, you know, it doesn't have a person in it, I can't connect with it. And then more recently, I started doing plein air painting, less because I was interested in landscape painting, and more so because I really love being out in nature, and I wanted to combine my love of nature and my love of painting together. But as I did more and more plein air painting, I began to connect with the landscape on a deeper level, and that gave me a deep sense of peace. I think that when we do landscape painting and we're looking at these images of just these vast, beautiful landscapes, we can't help but feel that vastness and that expansiveness inside of ourselves. And I think that we as people, we're limited in a lot of ways, but nature in all of its beauty and its enormity can really inspire these feelings of awe and bliss, and yeah, I think it can take us to a different place. And I think what was a key turning point for me for landscape painting was when I first saw the paintings of Richard Mayhew. Richard Mayhew is an American landscape painter, and I was lucky enough to see this piece that I've included here, which is called Rhapsody. They have this piece at the De Young Museum in San Francisco. So I went to the museum a couple months ago, and I saw this painting, and I was just so blown away by the beauty and the colors and just the emotionality of his paintings. After I went, I kept staring at the painting at the museum, and I just had such a strong feeling that is hard to put into words when I saw that painting, but I was really strongly moved by the painting, and I really strongly connected with it, more so than I connect with most portrait paintings. So looking at that painting, I realized that wow, landscape paintings can be very powerful and very moving and very emotional through their use of color, even though they don't have a subject in the picture. They don't have people in the picture. Um, and so after I saw that painting of Richard Mayhew's, I began looking at a lot of his other work and seeing how he used color, how he used composition and form to create a sense of atmosphere, to create different moods and emotions. And I decided to try to bring that into my own painting and see if I could also paint landscapes that conveyed this strong emotional feeling and that weren't just about making a beautiful picture and weren't just about depicting the landscape as it is, but really about channeling a certain feeling that that maybe you can't put into words, but that you can see when you look at the painting. I think if I had to put a word on the feeling that I was trying to express with this painting, I think it would be dreamy. Sort of, I wanted this painting to have kind of a surreal, dreamy feel to it. And so a lot of the forms in the painting, they're suggestive of things like trees or fields or things like that, or the river itself. But I wasn't very caught up in the details. And then to kind of create this sense of atmosphere, I reduce the edges and reduce the contrast as I move further back in the distance in the painting. So it's almost as if the river in the distance is kind of fading into this pink sky. And I thought that that transition was very beautiful and also gave this painting this softness and this kind of dreaminess. So I can say after doing this painting and several other landscape paintings of a similar style, I'm definitely no longer thinking that landscape painting is boring, but I realize that it can be just as profound as portrait painting. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you like landscape painting, if you're still not entirely convinced. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this too. And yeah, this is how the painting turned out. I hope you like it. And if you did like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.